Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So today on the No Hope Estate, we're going to be going into the Sunward Isles to do Grave Mistake. It is kind of the equivalent of where you would get the first boss, like experience-wise, on the Sunward Isles. We already did the first boss, and that was right after the first quest. So now it's just go activate 3 disturbed graves, and we get a really nice trinket for it. The local lord has moved into new territory and started to build a castle. In the process, he's disturbed some graves, causing Onabi to show up. Try to calm the local sprite. Try to calm the local spirits by praying at their grave. So all we have to do is go and kind of like we do for some of these things in the cove, where we go or the warrens, where it's activate 3 animalistic shrines or activate 3 of the whatever. So it's not going to be too hard. It just lets Onabi come into the Sunward Isles, which is a new enemy that the higher the light is, the more damage buff they give to the rest of the parties. Like for 25 light, or for every 50 light, they give a 25% damage buff or something like that. I think that's how it works. So, and if there's multiples of them, it stacks. And the whole reason we're doing it is to get the Novosemus Glare here, which is plus 5 accuracy, plus 15% crit, and minus 10% max HP. And if you are in beast mode, you get an additional and 20% crit. You do get some nasty debuffs if you have holy water or minor omamori in the inventory, but that is workaroundable. We'll just go do this. It shouldn't be horrible to do. However, I have had a few bad experiences getting this quest done. I've had a few bad luck runs, not on this estate, but in the past. The party today is going to be Baldwin, the leper. He's going to have the surgical gloves for plus 5 accuracy, plus 8 crit, and the warrior's cap for plus 7 accuracy, for a grand total of plus 12 accuracy here. So his chop is going to have roughly an 87 accuracy on it. So he might actually be hitting something. Here's hoping. And that's mainly where we're going to be using his chop and hew on him. He does have purge to get rid of corpses and give himself plus 5 accuracy. We're going to be using Yugi, the Oni, with obliterate, dealing plus 15% damage and plus 10 accuracy while she is marked. Bonuses also apply to her post. Shattering Roar doing the same bonuses, just hitting the back 2. It counts as a ranged attack instead of a melee. Mountain Breaker moving her forward by 2, doing armor piercing, plus damage versus size 2, plus accuracy versus size 2. Bonuses also apply to riposte. And then to get the riposte, we have to use Kanpai right now, because I don't have her super overpowered trinket, which marks herself, minus her dodge by 10, and gives her a riposte. So to get her riposte, I have to use Kanpai. It marks her, gives her a minus 10 dodge, but then activates the riposte. For her trinkets, we have the Brawler's Gloves, gives her plus 2 damage because she is in position 2. However, if we use Mountain Breaker to move in position 1, we'll have plus 10 crit. And then we have Dismas's Head for plus 25% damage. For our row 3, we have Vigo using the Ruler, which is going to be, the rank 1 attack. Actually, I might not be using that as an attack too much because it does minus damage where Disrupt doesn't. But the Ruler doesn't stun anymore, which is funny. Disrupt as an attack that bypasses guard, stealth, and riposte, as well as breaking it. Tick-tock to up crit and speed on the next round. That's mainly going to be going at Baldwin to speed him up, and Enshroud to cure bleed and blight and cure marked if anyone other than Yugi gets it. For trinkets, we have the Stone Clam Shell Shield on him, so plus protection. If anyone hits him, they get minus accuracy, minus crit. Also the Ancestor's Candle to up damage, and mainly for the dodge on him, so he actually gets some dodge. That way Disrupt does a little bit more damage. And then we have Finn, the Practitioner, mainly using Invoke Enra, so we don't get hit as much because of the minus accuracy attached to this with the debuff. We have 2 trinkets giving him plus debuff chance, but if I want to finish something off, I have Combusting Talisman to do plus damage versus Yokai, which everything in here should be Yokai. So I think everyone is as upgraded as I can get them for the skills I am using. So let's go have some fun and maybe get some more money with Finn while we're at it. Probably don't need that many medicinal herbs and some torches. Alright. So let's go look for these things. And there's one of our torches already. And that was a waste. And over here, there's a hunger check already. This is off to a lovely start. Fishman. Torch, gold. I mean, it's something. It's not the artifact we were looking for. I can get one of these out of my inventory. There's a grave. Probably should have read that for the people who didn't see that in the past. So I'll do that in the next one. A little extra gold.
Trinkets and baubles. Paid for in...
Hey, here's a second one. A grave with angry spirits around it. It's a disturbed grave. So we're using these ceremonial incense. Is that how you spell incense? I feel like that's spelled wrong, but incense used in a ceremony that can calm spirits. It might be spelled right. I don't know. It just looks weird to me. But what do I know?
Impressive.
I'm just a YouTuber who spells everything wrong as is. And we got one of those artifacts of fervor, so now invoke Enra does double damage. Hunger check. Eat. And Fishy says another artifact.
For a task well performed.
Now we're at 3,000 gold of artifacts. I love it. I love it so much. And there's our third one. Get it out of my inventory. Quest is complete and I can leave right now, but we're here for money. So look in here.
A fortune.
Another artifact. 4,500. I'm actually going to get rid of the Panacea here, and we'll take the mediocre woodcuts for now. I was saying, where are the fights? But here's a Bake Kujra. So we're going to tick-tock on Baldwin. And then we're going to disrupt on the Urie, just to do some damage to her. Then choppy chop. And lower their accuracy. Kind of want that for the Bake Kujra there. We will compy for the riposte because we will be getting hit multiple times from this fellow right here. I thought. We'll chop again, get rid of that. Too bad the crit went to Aegis, but that's fine. Disrupt, bypass guard.
Is broken. Maintain.
Lower accuracy. Get rid of Aegis. And then Mountain Breaker to do damage versus size 2+. Because he's hitting us riposte.
The abyss returns even the boldest gaze.
You know, once again, I know she's an Oni, but to just smack around the Bake Kujra a whale skeleton like that, I love her. I love her so much.
Their cursed champion falls.
We just did that like it was nothing.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
We just did that like it was nothing. I want the artifact defaults. Let's get rid of the food. I'll use it on people I can. And now we're up to 6,000 gold of artifacts. Let alone anything else I bring back.
Ancient traps lie in wait, unsprung and thirsting for blood.
Oh, this is one of those. I will definitely use it on the way back. Because that is a major Omamori then. What we give up for it, I don't know.
The light, the promise of safety.
2 torches, that's what we give up. And then we have this entire half of the map left. That's why I didn't want to, like, just GTFO. Alright, well, Vigo. De-stress yourself. Hunger check. And Fishman can go in here for 25 whole gold. That will just drop. And in the dim light, or torch the light up in here. I love some of these backgrounds. They are so beautiful. Ooh, I want the ruby. Alright, get rid of the woodcut. That thing's worthless. Other than that, we can get rid of the bandage for the money. We'll get more money, so, I mean, that's great. Torch up. There's another fight. Alright, TikTok on Baldwin. Disrupt, let's get the Casa Obake. Lower accuracy, Casa Obake down.
No quarter.
Then we're gonna chop on Kappa. Kappa down. Not going, yeah, we have to. On Pie for the mark and the riposte. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing too much damage there. Chop on Oni.
Eradicated.
Ooh, that crit, man. And then disrupt on Shoguru. And smack the drum.
A faint hope blossoms.
Artifact of Fervor. So now we're up to 7,500. Take what we can. I want the portrait. So, survey says we get rid of the gold stack. Oof. Actually, I just realized I might not even be able to use that firewood because I only have the 4 food. Yeah, we'll do that. Then I'm going to go up to these 3 rooms. Okay, probably don't need the shovel. Torch up. Won't need her. Make Baldwin faster.
Weakened.
Disrupt on Urie. Lower accuracy. Fun Pie. Hit Kappa. Ah, hell. Well, hit the ogre back, or Oni back. We're going to chop on Kappa. Kappa down.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Not getting reposted from doing this, also lowering accuracy, disrupting, getting rid of Urie.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Obliterating the drum. And riposte did the trick. Cool. Taking what we can.
This momentum.
Bandaging. I want the Koban because it's worth more than a gold stack. I don't need the shovel, like I said. 1 second here. I don't need the minor Omori. TikTok Baldwin.
Confused.
Then disrupt on Casa Obake. That way I might take it out with Invoke Enra. Can I take anything out if I were to do this? Probably not, so Kanpai. That way we up damage. Invoke Enra. Asa Obake down. Chop Nozuchi. I think Nozuchi is going down. And Oni almost down. If I hew, Oni probably goes down. I wanted to get the corpse there. Yeah, because if I disrupt the corpse, Odoroshi is in range of
Dazed, reeling,
Yugi.
about to break.
And Bop. And we can get rid of them with the talisman. Serenity, we can pop that. Take the busts and be on our way. Then Fishy can do this. Use a key. Take what we can.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Pack contains loot. Okay, 1,000 gold for this. Probably not getting too much farther down there, so that was my thought. Alright, Kanpai. Probably should have moved her back by now, but I've just been forgetting. And this at least gives her the crit. Then we're gonna disrupt onto one of the Shoguru. Then Kappa down. And we're up for the accuracy down. So that's -5 accuracy on all of them.
Diminished.
Still hit us like a truck, but that's fine.
Ebbs. Terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Chop, get Oni.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
That was a little close. Disrupt, get rid of Riposte. Invoke Enra, get rid of Shoguru. Damage other one, and pop. Taking what we can.
At least promises success.
I'm gonna eat all the food here, so we can take the minor Omamori, use the fish to get a major. Also gave us another artifact.
Are often low on supplies.
I didn't think those stacked. Maybe it's because he's in the party here. Oof. Part of me wants to keep going. There's only like one more fight that I see. If I get a hunger check, I can just bail then. But I can at least go to like this Curio, I think.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Okay, she gives a quirk, but the quirk isn't great on anyone. It's +1 flat. It's +1 flat damage per 33 stress you have. Now, depending upon the hero you have, that is a very good quirk, but none of these heroes really want it. Alright, we're gonna TikTok Baldwin. Disrupt on Kappa, because I'm just gonna go for a Kappa kill here. We're gonna lower their accuracies I'm not going to use the riposte mark on her. And we're gonna see what we can do. What's the... Oh, the debuff isn't showing. Going at Kappa. I was hoping to take him out. Taking out Odoroshi. At least one down. Swinging at Kappa again. Disrupt. He's down. Not sure why he passed. I thought he could attack from that row. Lowering accuracy. Smack Crab. Gonna pulverize it again. Oh, it's because he has musical. I didn't remove that quirk. That must be on a cooldown. And then we can Shattering Roar take him down. Alright, so take what we can. I guess that was everything. Go in room. Torch up. And go in here. We'll leave Vigo has a 90% chance of disarming this, so that's fine. Don't have a minor, otherwise I could remove a negative quirk. And that's 100% of the rooms in this. So 15,000 gold, Nobusuma's Glare, and the Thieves' Tools for the Uncrowned, which I didn't go over before. We're not using any stun, so I'm not going to get the stun chance there, but plus 20% blight chance and plus 20% trap disarm chance. If I use Cloak of Shadows, that cures bleed. On top of that, 20,000 gold for collected treasures for a grand total of 35,000 gold. Once again, that just compounds in the bank right now. Bunch of heirlooms, and then Baldwin, on top of hitting level 1, got Hagiomania, which we're going to be getting rid of. So some of the gold is going towards things like that.
All there is must suffice for the time being.
Alright, lost shipment. Yet another cargo vessel has sunk off the coast, and the surviving crew have proven distressingly evasive concerning the particulars of the nautical nightmare. So supply quantities and provision quantities change by minus 50% with what we can get, so we have to be a little careful. There is another Aesthete that we can hire. That is great. I want to get Dark Temptation off of Yugi here. Warrior of Light would also be really handy to get, because I do not plan on going torchless like ever if I can help it. I would actually like to upgrade the blacksmith when I get a chance, but... Oh, I have upgraded the blacksmith, it looks like. I did not realize that. I did that when I had the, free armor, that's right. And quite honestly, nothing is looking good as for trinkets, which is unfortunate. I might have overlooked this. The sharpening stone for the Ripperkin might actually be good. That's only a short in the Weald. We can do that. You know, a marking party might be fun. Maybe not her as a marker. We can use him as a marker though. Cool. Alright, so we're going to be going into the Weald to get the Sharpening Stone for the Ripperkin. It's plus 10% damage on melee skills and plus 10 bleed chance. It's a pretty good common trinket for her. So we're going to be going in with our Ironclad, mainly opening up with Uppercut to mark people, otherwise Searing Blow to do damage, avoiding Demon Form while at all possible unless we find a boss I need to drop immediately, because I do not want him to be doing damage to himself. We have the Brawler's Gloves. This gives him plus crit if in position 1, plus damage if in position 2, and we're going to be using the Stone Clamshell Shield, of course, because it gives him plus protection and the minus accuracy, minus crit. And actually, I think I'm going to be moving him to rank 2 so we can be using the damage portion of this. Then we have our new Trapper, who's going to be using Fungal Claw because we're going to be attacking Marked if we can. It's going to be doing 100% damage versus Marked, so double damage. Link back to do Blight and some damage to the first 2 rows, ignoring Riposte, stealthing the Trapper, Skin Prey, of course, and then Confusion and Spores if I need to, if he goes back at all. To lower accuracy for our trinkets, we have the Surgical Gloves, upping the accuracy of any melee moves, that's Fungal Claw, and upping its crit. Also Dismiss's Head for the plus damage. We're going to be having our new Aesthete here, who, this is going to be interesting because we have Perfectionist, so if he misses, he gets plus 5 stress. We're going to have L Light, which if I hit with this, I get plus 5 torch, and the enemy can have a debuffer minus 15 accuracy. We're going to be using Valora a lot because it has plus 50 crit versus Marked, so that's a plus 50% crit rate versus Marked. It'll also transfer any Blight or Mark from himself to his target, and it does a 2 for 3 Blight. We have Protector of Beauty, which is a guard and activates a riposte, but the main reason I want this is it clears stun. And then we have L Silence, so this silences the target, meaning that they can't use like stress attacks, things like that, which can be a little bit devastating depending upon what we're fighting, and also minus 40% all skill chances on whatever he targets. Actually, I want to change out the head. I was going to have him with Maverick's head for the armor piercing, but because of how many debuffs I have on him, I'm going to put on Maciek's head. It's just, if I want these debuffs to land, I really want those. If I'm using the debuff attacks other than Valora, or if I'm using the debuff attacks rather than Valora, I want them to land, and then Maciek's head's going to help that. And then we have the Ancestor's Candle on him, of course. It's one of the better trinkets I have right now, and that's plus damage. If a torch is above 50, it will be above 50, and the plus dodge, giving him some dodge because otherwise his dodge is 0. And then we have Misandry, the Herbalist. Sniper Shot doing plus damage and crit versus Marked. Suppressing Fire lowering accuracy and crit to the back 2 rows. Sniper's Mark to minus dodge and mark a target. And Bola to hit the first 2 rows. Archer's Ring to upper accuracy, and then actually Dig's Head for plus scouting chance. It also gives her a bit of armor piercing, which is nice. So that's going to be the party. It's a marking party. Thought I'd have fun with one. I like marking parties. If you didn't see the town event earlier, it is lowering all the supplies that are available to me significantly. So that's why we only have 9 food. So I gotta be a little bit careful here.
I knew all these paths once. Now they are as twisted as my own ambitions.
I don't think anyone here gets extra loot. So we'll just continue on. Disarm the trap. Do a little jig. Let's explore 90% of rooms, so we will go to the right here. I think Anti-Venom also would have worked on that, and there's my food. Thank you, thank you.
Otherworldly corruption.
I know I could have, like, saved those, but oh well. Alright, Trapper goes first. We're going to hit the Ectoplasm. We blade it, it goes down. We are going to Valora on... Let's go... Coffin. Right, there is something in that coffin. If I do Bola, the Ecto goes down.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Uppercut to minus damage from Coffin and mark it. Also marking Scratcher. Hitting the Fungal Scratcher with this. That should help blight it. Coffin goes on next action. Seeing if anything's in this one. There is not. and skin prey. Not sure how you skin a coffin or ectoplasm. Actually, I'm not even gonna ask, but you do you. And then they drop.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles. These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Taking the bus, using that little bit of food. And then we go left. Just making sure no one has forced interactions. Oh yay, surprise. Alright, we're gonna Fungal Claw, we're gonna hit the Shriekling. Or not. Move back by 2. Marking Scratcher. And Valora on Nymph. If we blade it, it's gonna go down on its own. I don't need to worry about it.
Gnawing uncertainty. The birthplace of dread.
Or it might cure itself and heal itself. Lovely. Let's Bola and check the Coffin. Nothing in Coffin. Skinning prey. Marking Shriekling. And Valora on Scratcher. Didn't crit, didn't blight. Lovely. Alright. We can do extra damage to him. Then we're going to take out Scratcher.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Valora on Shriekling. I think that summons more, actually. Luckily it did not. Taking Nymph out.
Give them no quarter.
And Shriekling can go away. Survey says... Parasite.
As the fiend falls, a faint
Hola.
hope blossoms.
You'd think that would just squish it.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Give loot. Can stack the torch, actually. I'm not sure why it did it that way. Then torch through this. That's why I wanted a little extra.
Spreading corruption. Malformed with misintent.
Torch up. Okay, this is really creepy and cool. Love the skeleton leg coming out of that tree. And that one. Almost look like there's eyes there too. Can I go up there? I didn't notice that. Alright. So let's heal on our trapper here. Actually, what we're going to do is grab this curia, go back, then go there. Might want to come back to this hallway at a later point, but we'll do it this way. Ah! Crimson Cord. Alright, well, hit Supplicant. Thankfully, we took one out. We're gonna... Yeah, just go for the other supplicant. At least we got the minus accuracy on him, but that bleed is not nice. Getting rid of it, we're gonna uppercut, hitting the squire. That way he's marked and does less damage. Another one down. Oh, is that gonna be the stun? Okay, at least we resisted. Getting rid of blight. Getting rid of squire.
Powerful blow.
There we go. And then we can mark supplicant. Skin prey. Skin the bug. And the human and what's left of it. Take out squire. Bola. And down it goes. Skin.
A trifling victory.
And then I don't really need the rest of this. We can leave those. Ooh. Creepy night graveyard in the forest. I was trying to torch.
We'll find no clemency in this place.
Hit doggo. Blighted doggo goes down.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
And we got rabies. It's not a horrible bleed. Alright, take one out.
Back to the pit.
No body, so don't need to worry about possibly getting more loot. And the one is going down pretty quickly. If we can hit it. There we go.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Yes. Second to last torch, go.
A star spawned horror.
Forward by one. Flame barrier for riposte. Use that. Back by two. Can't do anything. Back by one. Fungal Claw, take out Sycophant.
Another one falls.
Sniper mark Shambler. That way we can take it down easier. I need him in rank 2. Oh, is this gonna shuffle me already? You little prick. Fine. We're going to hemokinesis on the Shambler. Courageous, just what we needed.
A moment of valor shines brightest against the backdrop of despair.
Forward by one. Hemokinesis again. Get rid of your bleed. Back by 2. Back by 1.
As life ebbs,
We can fix that.
vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Okay, good. They missed.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
I want to get rid of one of the sycophants, but I need to actually, like, hit it. Sniper shot onto Shambler.
Well struck.
There we go. Valora, if we blight, we're in a better spot. We didn't even blight. And it's gonna shuffle us again right as I got people kind of where I wanted them. You little prick.
Self-preservation is paramount at any cost.
Offering. Gain extra action on non-lethal skill, lethal attack, and friendly skill. Gonna use a bandage.
And now the true test.
Should have done that before.
Fast or expire.
Flame barrier. Oh, did I not get any of my extra actions there?
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound. The walls close in.
That was the whole reason for using that skill.
This is no place for
Crap her down again.
foolhardy.
If I can lower the accuracy, why can't I hit like an 80% chance? Okay, this is gonna be bad, but lowering damage.
More blood
Yep, that
soaks the
extra
soul,
action got him.
Feeding the evil therein.
And then she can't do anything. Can't even move back.
So
Why couldn't I hit that many 80% chances in a row? So here's the thing. Oliver can't do a single thing. So I'm about to lose all the trinkets. Yeah, we'll abandon.
great adversity.
All those trinkets just lost.
It is the fire that tempers.
The Shambler is always a hit and miss because, like, it is down to luck. But if I were to be able to take out that, like, that spawn of it that had been growing all that power, like, had I been able to put on a single blight that I had been wasting turns on, I missed how many actions on it? Things went downhill quickly because of that.
Decadent horrors I have seen pale in comparison to that final, crowning thing. I could not look, nor could I look away.
So I can go to the Shrieklings Nest and reclaim 2 of the trinkets I have lost. I might go do that. I really don't want to, but he's gonna need Tone Deaf off and Perfectionist. Tone Deaf first. Problem is, this is a rank 3, and I don't have rank 3 heroes. So whoever I bring to this probably will be hitting rank 3. I need something that is going to like guard break. I have something like that, don't I? I need to remember who. Hush. Hush has the guard break. Debuff target to not be guarded. And then we just go all in on the thing. And I need to be able to hit rank 3 and 4 a lot with actual damage. So I'll do something like that. And then they don't go to anything else. I should learn my lesson and not fight the Shambler for a little while. But oof. I want a lot of the other Shambler trinkets, specifically the map is what I'm looking for, I think. But did I just lose my candle? So this is probably what I'm getting back, yeah? No, I did keep the candle at least. Okay. Let's go a little bit of armor piercing on Hush, because we're going to need that. I don't think we can blight the thing. So let's go Skulker's Scarf, because plus damage while stealth. No, that's going to be a bad loop. We can do Dodge Stone on him. I did lose Dismas's head. I'm not sure the nest itself counts as a beast, and we can go plus crits there. I don't want to put that trinket on. So, and we lost the Archer's Ring. Gotcha. So we'll go Ancestor's Candle and make him immune to diseases just in case. Then plus damage melee skills and plus accuracy melee skills. So I know a good chunk of what I lost. It's just it looks like we're not going to be getting a lot of it back. Okay. Make sure these guys go in as prepared as I can get them. And get at least 2 things back. I'm hoping it's the gloves, but there are other things there that could be helpful. I'm not sure which one of the things this is. So this could be the version of it that, like, I need to go find the nest, which is the version of it I hate. This could be the version of it that, yeah, it's hidden in the Weald. Alright, I usually have luck with this spot here. We'll see if it works. Torch through this, torch up, and we'll see if it's the right room.
Malformed with misintent.
It is. Okay, 153 health to burn through. It is Thatchery, so it doesn't count as anything I can get to. It's guarded by these guys. We're going to torch up. We're going to use the holy water. We're going to ambush it. Can't be bled, blighted, or debuffed.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
At least broke the guard. Duelist advance for the riposte. I did not think about this. Holy Lance for the riposte, or just Holy Lance. Abyss Keeper.
A decisive pummeling.
Moving forward. Up damage received.
Masterfully executed.
Can't debuff it, that's right. Pistol shot. I was really hoping that she would go before Reynald, so we're just going to pass his turn for now. Umbral Knight. And then Knight Captain.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
And tonight is on Lilac. Lovely. At least we're half done. Alright, well. Guarded by the one in rank 4. That's a dodge. Knight Captain. 7 health left.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
That hurts a bit. Changing you to cloaked so I can do a little trick. Gonna duelist advance here. At least we got the riposte. Holy Lance.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
I really dislike this fight. I really dislike it. I just want my trinkets back. Yes, guard me. Guard yourself.
Well struck.
Alright, not guarded anymore. Holy Lance. Repulse for 2, so we're gonna do pistol shot. Umbral Knight. Into Guardian Nun for the block.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Cloak of Shadows, just so you can go faster. Although this thing has 99 speed, so like, screw that. Fistkeeper for the mark. Knight Captain to move forward. And you hit a block. And she's stunned. What's the debuff? Just for the stun resistances. And not guarded. Oh, come on now. That was my chance. Well, Duelist Advance. Hit the birdie. This is up for 2 rounds, so pistol shot. Not guarded anymore. Cloak of Shadows again, so I can try to break another guard when it happens. Holy Lance. Keeping Abyss Keeper up for the mark. Then we'll Holy Lance again. I have a feeling it's going to guard itself because at 99 speed. Why did they do that? You need 2 people with guard break. Alright, Duelist Advance.
The horror.
Abyss Keeper. Then just move forward. And Holy Lance.
Their cursed champion.
Give me my trinkets. And I guess I forgot about these, but roughly 10,500 gold.
To the mud.
And we got the Stone Clam Shell Shield. And we got Dismas's head back. We didn't get the other things I lost, which is unfortunate. But these were the 2 big things I lost. I didn't get the surgical gloves or the brawler's gloves back. And I didn't get like 2 of the accuracy common stuff things I lost back. Only Lilac hit level 3 out of all of that, which is fine. Corvid's Furiosity, so plus 10% damage for 25 stress, 1 hero per roster on Dismas. Reynold got Rabies and Rune Scrounger, and Hush got Weak Grip on Life, which I really want off.
You answered the letter.
Do not have any Comet Shards for now. I do need to get into that eventually. I just did not want to deal with the thing from the stars. We're getting Tinnitus off of Lilac. We're getting Rabies off of Reynold. Hush is also getting Weak Grip on Life off. No one at the stagecoach. And not the best trinkets in here, but I do really like this one. Swindler's Kunai, plus 40% crit, but minus 30%, plus 40% crit on melee skills and plus 8 crit versus yokai. So this makes him crit a lot in the Sunward Isles, but it's minus 30% damage on all his range skills. I guess that's what happens when you're a little overzealous, but things are coming into our favor here, so. Alright, de-stress these good folk. Let's throw Michael in there first. I'm gonna start saving up the bust for when I get a second blueprint, but otherwise that'll be fine. And we'll continue from here next time. If I lose enough trinkets, the other Shrieker will appear. So it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just, I don't want to lose those trinkets, so I do have to be careful from here on out. I'm not sure where we'll be going, but definitely just still trinket hunting, and I do have to just be careful about not losing them from here on out. So that'll be it for this time, I think. As always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please have a good one.